Hi everyone, this is Taanusiya Chetty, your Miss World Malaysia 2025 here at MSUPop. Okay, as an MSU student, of course, I needed a career path for me to actually further it. So Miss World is not only a pageant, it's a cause, a beauty that relies within what you do. So as for me being a student as well as a influencer, it's very hard for me to adapt both at a time. But I'm so glad that MSU itself, they are very understanding in terms of how I can balance my both schedules. And in fact, if you guys are wondering why I took TESOL is because a teacher should not only be a teacher, she should be someone that is a good listener as well as educate not only in terms of academics, but she needs to educate her well-being and also educate all the children around her in terms of being physically, mentally, and emotionally strong. And I'm glad that MSU is also one of the campus that I really love because you grow along with the lecturers and the environment here is so calm and it just feels home to whenever you step into the classroom, and I'm so grateful to have MSU on part of my journey. Okay, so for the 73rd Miss World edition is going to be next year, but I was crowned back in December. So it will take about 1 year of preparation for the international because imagine competing with 173 countries and Malaysia, we are not there yet in terms of pageant because many of them, they tend to misinterpret that pageant is all about being beautiful and just walk on the runways, but it's not that. It's a lot of pressure. You need to be a role model. You need to be someone that is leader. How I balance my schedule is every time before I sleep, I have my checklist on my phone. Like I have this OCD, I have to get things done before I sleep so that in the morning you don't have to run errands and plan your schedule ahead. And this is also where I learned from my my course because being a teacher, we need to do lesson plans. And by doing lesson plans, you know what you're going to teach your students. So I balance it accordingly of what I learned. And of course, it's not easy because I will have call time like out of nowhere, maybe middle of the class, I might have to excuse myself from the class. But it's all about balancing and also be true to yourself. You don't have to lie and you don't have to make a statement that you want to go out to the classroom. But if you are more honest enough, explain with, confident with your lecturers, they would be so understanding. And that's how I actually utilize my both platforms because I do have like a makeup porch in my car. That's how if I have sudden call time, I need to go, they would actually allow me because as long as you complete your task and you're doing it for you, not for the sake of the lecturers, then you would actually get there. Okay, so for Miss World, they have a slogan which is called Beauty with a Purpose. And beauty with a purpose means it's not just about your beauty, but the cause that you do. So TESOL Phil has already there shaping me to what I want to do more because as I mentioned before, I don't want to be only a teacher which educate what is from the academics or the books. I want to educate and listen and outreach to all the students out there that I'm going to commit with. And of course, the course that I'm taking is where I want to also utilize my advocacy platform. I started my TESOL journey back in 2022 here in MSU. And it took me like 2 months to actually realize, oh, I should actually initiate my own advocacy platform. And I've been doing a lot of works for the children, underprivileged children, refugee kids, as well as students who really need emotional support, because your inner well-being is what shaped you into a person that you want to be today. So I've did a lot of work. I've did like my own booklet, like back in October last year. I launched my own booklet, which is called the Self-Esteem Booklet, and I did an activity with an orphanage, the children there. So I printed it black and white on purpose because I want to see how colorful they can make the booklet, you know. And when you receive all the insights from them, you actually gain a lot of knowledge. And the booklet was designed by the course that I do, because being a TESOL teacher, you need to do a lot of like booklets for your students. You need to do your worksheets, you need to do your lesson plans, and I'm so glad that everything that I do it with a whole heart. And that is why I chose to take TESOL as part of my journey, because it's a beauty with a purpose, like coming back. Okay, so being a pageant girl, one of the things that I often go through is about styling. Sometimes people tend to say, she's always with straight hair, she's always with bun, she's always with ponytail, do some wavy hairstyles. Like, you have to also know what makes you comfortable, what makes you confident. You cannot fit into a certain people, especially beauty standards has been a thing right now. Like, a lot of people tend to talk about beauty standards because you need to fit in, and it's on trend. Like when you're on TikTok or if you're on Instagram, you tend to fit into certain trend because you want to fit in. But if you create your own trend, you won't have to like actually tolerate all this criticism, and you cannot prove them wrong, or you can convince them saying that today I feel better in straight hair, that is why I'm straight hair. That's gonna waste your time. Just walk with confidence, because when your aura is there, whatever people is gonna say is not gonna bother you anymore. And of course, that is like one of the most challenging part for me in terms of styling. You have to like always fit into people ideal. So my advice is do what makes you comfortable, do what makes you confident, because confidence is what breeds beauty, they say. Of course, education comes first, but that doesn't mean that you really have to focus only on one. You can balance both. Everyone, we have our own hobby where you can love to sing, you love to dance, and you can always share it to people who believe in you. And as for me, like, I'm so passionate about being a leader. But being a leader, it's not in terms of only leading, but it can be from the fashion field because you love styling. It can be from another field where you want to be an influencer. And these are the options that you could choose in order to balance your both career. It was such an insightful sharing session, and of course, I would love to thank you all for watching this video. Thank you for taking your time, but that's not about it. Please share, like, and subscribe to MSUPop, and stay tuned for more exciting episodes. Thank you!